Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Paulio Jr. And in today's video, I just wanted to give you a very simple solution to this specific error message, which says, obviously, Wi-Fi calling is unavailable. So, Wi-Fi calling is pretty self-explanatory, meaning that you can receive and make calls over over Wi-Fi. You know, when your phone is connected to a router that has internet service. Obviously, now for me, the building that I live in, I really get shoddy service where I, if I'm just sitting in one place, then the my service bars are great, but then I start to walk over a little bit in my condo, go to my kitchen area, and then the call just drops. Now, typically, Wi Fi calling is supposed to automatically turn on once your service bars start getting extremely low or almost non existent. So, but that does not happen all the time, or it does not happen in the time frame that you need it to happen. So I'm going to show you how to at least manually get into Wi-Fi calling, so that when when you do want to make a call, you will not experience this issue whatsoever. You know, uninterrupted you have an uninterrupted call just because you are connected to your Wi-Fi or whose ever Wi-Fi, doesn't matter. So it's a great feature for anywhere you are that has basically really crappy service or no service whatsoever. So let's just show you how to do that in general. So I prefer this over just regular calling anyway. So if we go to our call log here, I'm just showing you the example here. So I have these two numbers in my call log. One is just, the first one's Comcast, another one's some repair center in California that I just searched up. But anyway, you see on the right hand side that I have the regular call options. So, that's great, but as you can see on the top right of my screen, that my signal strength is pretty low. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing, the message is probably already here. Wi-Fi calling is unavailable. So what we're going to do, so we're just going to hit that, and just get out of that, and then let's go back to, okay, so all we really have to do here is just grab this top bar, bring it down, obviously make sure Wi-Fi calling is on. But the first thing we're going to do is turn on airplane mode. Okay, ready, go. Turn on, yes. Okay, so that's shutting off everything with connections. So that's Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, etc. And now all we're going to do is tap the Wi-Fi option. So by doing this, we can connect to the internet, but we're not connecting to the actual data, or we're not connecting to any towers. Now, as you just saw, the phone call little icons on the right-hand side have changed. So it has a picture of a phone with the Wi-Fi bars over it. So, and that's really it. So if you just want to keep it, now, if you really don't need to use your data in general, then why not just stay on this mode? Because when you're on the Wi-Fi, obviously you're still going to get emails. You can do everything over the internet, and typically, at least now in 2021, a lot of people aren't receiving SMS texts. So the only way that you're receiving SMS texts are if you are sending a text message from an Android to an iPhone or an iPhone to an Android. Other than that, everything is through the internet. So if somebody has, what's pretty prevalent on any Android, they have Google Messages, and that actually sends through the, via the internet. So, and then with iPhones, it obviously sends through iMessage, which is via iMessage. So typically you don't have to worry about that. But if you really want to make a call and you might be on for a little longer, and like me, when I'm on the phone for a little bit, I'm walking around, I'm doing different things. I'm not just sitting in one place. I always want to have the Wi-Fi calling on. So whenever you see that icon, the phone with the Wi-Fi bar over it, that means that Wi-Fi calling is enabled and you can walk anywhere you want as long as you are still in reasonable distance of the router itself. So, but yeah, that's really it. You just want to click airplane mode and then turn Wi-Fi back on. And so from that aspect, you are now not connected to the tower at all. You are strictly connected to just the router itself, and that's it. So, and obviously all you would do is hit the actual green icon there, and that's it. Pretty simple. Other than that, problem solved. So this was just something that I have been having to deal with since I did move to my condo, roughly, 2 months ago. But yeah, there you go. Problem solved. Wi-Fi calling is unavailable. All you have to do is turn on airplane mode and then turn on the Wi-Fi. Obviously, make sure Wi-Fi calling is enabled right there. There are some additional settings, so which we can just search through. Screw it. Let's just search through them just to show you. Let's see here. Wi-Fi calling. So let's type, okay, here we go. Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi calling. So network and internet call. Okay. And so obviously it's on Wi-Fi calling networks. This will show you all the networks that it will connect to. You can actually turn off different options on which ones you do not want to be connected to when you do click on that. The passport networks, like it says, are for public locations. So for us, a big convenience store around here is Wawa. Every time I pull up to a Wawa, my phone automatically connects to their Wi-Fi, and so I can either, as long as that's checked off, it's perfectly, it'll still do it, as long, only if my, only if my service isn't that great, I can still make Wi-Fi calls that way. Or you can just do what we just did, turn on airplane mode and then turn the Wi-Fi back on. So that's it. These are really the only things that you need. So the basic thing is just, like I said, making sure the Wi-Fi calling option is on, and if you need to go into these settings, make sure it is on, and make sure that when you go into Wi-Fi calling networks, so there's like a whole bunch here, so that let you see which ones you can connect to. So typically whichever Wi-Fi network you have been connected to before, it will automatically allow it to connect to it, and if not, just turn it on. So like this, so use passport networks, I could say okay, turn it off, but I just like to have everything on. So, but yep, that's it. I hope this video helped you out in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, look out for the new giveaway and some more videos. I have some cool things on some solar panels coming out soon. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.